Hi, Chris and Mabel. Thank you so much for joining us on Café 21 for SportsTech Global Conference 2021. So we're very happy to have you. And hi, Chris. Starting with you, if you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and then walk us through about Mabel's condition and how you actually cope today as a family.
Oh, hi, yeah, thanks very much for having us on. Yeah, my name's Chris and this is my daughter Mabel. Mabel, say hi. Hello. I'm the father of Mabel, and basically I became involved with Team Endeavour early on when Mabel was born, actually, because she was born prematurely at 27 weeks, and straight away that was a big challenge, just the premature aspect of it. But as Mabel started to grow older, we realised some things weren't quite right. So she had some investigations done, scans, tests and things like that. And they actually found that both of her kidneys were packed full of kidney stones. And of course, at the time, she was really, really tiny. She had to have two quite major surgeries to have them removed. From there, sort of the diagnosis of things kept mounting up and mounting up. So she has a condition called nephrocalcinosis, which is like a calcium lining in the kidneys, which goes on to create the kidney stones. She suffered from severe reflux, which meant she was sick all of the time. And also from that, she didn't actually eat anything. Every time she ate, she was sick. So that psychologically wise put her off eating. So that's obviously a long, long time ago, but we've got to the stage now where Mabel's 8. She's had approximately about 35 surgeries in total and so many hospital visits, I can't remember how many times we've been in hospital. But she's a real little fighter. But she's got some ongoing challenges going on with her. For us as a family, I kind of guess we kind of got used to it. And it's a bit sad that you had to get used to it, really, because it is a hardship. And any family that's been through anything like this will understand how hard it's been. I mean, just like the practicalities of things, of like constantly going to hospital, staying in hospital for long periods of time, 2-3 weeks at a time. It really breaks the family apart because, not everyone can stay. Her brothers and sisters couldn't come and see her all of the time. I couldn't stay all the time, or mum couldn't stay all the time. So really, it's a real fracturing effect from all of these like hospital stays. Yeah, I guess really you have to be sort of like mentally robust and strong, and you become to accept all of these challenges, which is, like I say, it's really sad really that it becomes like an everyday norm. So basically Team Endeavour was set up by a really good friend of mine, Ben, who I actually served with when I was in the military. And at the time we were trying to raise some funds for a medical bed for Mabel at home. Because she was being so sick, it was quite dangerous at home that if she was sick in the night time, it would go onto her lungs, and she had multiple chest infections and pneumonias and stuff. So we just tried to raise a bit of money as a family to buy a medical bed. And Ben saw my appeal and sort of stepped in and said, look, I operate this charity for exactly this cause. Please let us help you. And the guys at Team Endeavour all sort of like got together and they raised the funds for us so we could purchase a medical bed for Mabel, which was, life-changing. It made sure that she was safe at night. She could sleep safely. It took a massive worry off our minds that, potentially these really bad things that could happen were less likely to happen now. And then going forward, sort of with the relationship, I thought, I'd really like to give something back to Team Endeavour the way they've helped us. So I did a couple of charity events myself just to raise money, some running events and stuff like that. And then eventually Ben asked me if I'd like to come on board and work for the charity as a volunteer charity coordinator. So that's what I do now. But since then, again, later on down the line, Mabel now uses a wheelchair, which we weren't eligible for on the National Health Service. So again, it had to be funded privately, and Team Endeavour stepped up to the mark and actually bought her a wheelchair as well. So now that when we go out, she can use a wheelchair, she can be safe. Because she suffers from such extreme fatigue from poor muscle mass and poor oral intake, she can't really walk much further than 100 metres. So the wheelchair has been like a life changer, getting us out of the house as a family and being able to do all the great things we do as a family, haven't we, Mabel?
Mm-hmm. So speaking of that, what do you like to do with your family, Mabel, whenever you get the time?
Well, I like going on walks. So whenever we have the time, we go out on walks because I like going on walks.
That's nice. Especially now with the nice weather that we had in the weekend. I hope you enjoyed your little walks with your family.
I do.
That's good. So, so what are the things that like you enjoy doing the most, like all the time, other than like walking?
Well, I like playing with mum and dad and my sisters and brothers,
And
and
who
we
are
like
you?
we like going in the garden as well.
Oh, nice. That's very interesting. So, do you have any big dream that you really wanna achieve one day?
Well, I like going horse riding, so I really want to be like really good at horse riding, and then when I grow up, I want to like jump in the jumps eventually.
That sounds really interesting. Actually, I'm a horse rider myself, so yeah, we could meet one time and do that. Um, so Mabel, if you have like one message that you want to tell the whole world about it, or tell anyone, like kids your age or other than that, we know that you've been through a lot and you've been a really, really brave girl that we ourselves as adults are actually learning from you now. Like your courage, your persistence, all of that are things like that are inspiring us. So do you have any message you want to tell people?
Well, for people my age, I would always say believe in your dreams.
And anyone else, like adults, anything you want to teach them about your experience?
Be kind.
That's the strongest message, actually. Thank you. So, Chris, we know that now Team Endeavour is partnering with STGC for an event by the end of March, which is on 22nd of March, which is called Run 5, Donate 5, and Nominate 5. And for that reason, the whole aim behind it is to actually raise funds to help other families with Team Endeavour. So can you please tell us, like, how is this money they're going to be raised going to support Mabel specifically going forward, and how is it going to support the other families?
Yeah, so Team Endeavour is an amazing organisation run by completely by volunteers, and basically they help serving members and ex-military members and their families and children through illness, poverty, and hardship. So anything that we can has brought to our attention in terms of those people that fit into those brackets, we try and help out. So the idea between the 5K is, first of all, we've been through this horrendous COVID period where people have been locked in their houses. So initially it's get people out again, get them exercising, which is really good for your mental state and positivity, and getting people out as families in the groups and enjoying something together. The Nominate 5 and Donate 5 is obviously just raising. We're not expecting people to put in big, vast amounts of money. So, £5 is the cost of a cup of coffee these days, or, a burger joint or something. So it's a small amount of money, but actually that small amount of money would make a massive impact to the charity. It would enable us to continue doing the work for the families that need our help. And it's little things like, sometimes we've helped families that just need a new washing machine and haven't got the funds to do it. And it's important for the children to have clean clothes. So it doesn't have to be these grand gestures all the time. It can just be the small ones. So yeah, really, without the funds, it's really difficult to carry out that work. And like I say, the help that they've given Mabel in terms of the financial support for buying the equipment that she's got, without them, we couldn't have done that. So it's made a massive impact on Mabel's life. Without the wheelchair, we wouldn't be able to go on lovely family walks together, or certainly wouldn't be able to go on long walks together because she hasn't got the stamina. So to us, it's made a massive difference, and I'll be ever indebted to the guys at Team Endeavour for that.
Well, Mabel and Chris, thank you so much for this interview. It's the one that I enjoy doing the most because my heart has actually been touched. So Mabel, thank you for your strong message to the world as well. So we're really glad to do this, and we're gonna make sure that we're gonna run this for you. And we're gonna make you proud exactly like you do make us proud.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.